where are you from, Mrs. Addison?
Haines City.
Haines City. And how long have you lived in Polk County?
Since 1927.
And where did you come from originally?
Osceola County.
Osceola County. Well, are you a Florida native then?
Yes, sir.
Well, good. You've been in Florida all your life.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us some things of interest, maybe, that you would like to relate to us?
Well, the thing that I put on this chart was that I've been mostly interested in is in the voter process.
The what?
The voters process.
Voters process.
When I first came to Laufman, there was a lawyer there that had known my husband's family for many years, and he kind of adopted us. And he wanted me to be he really wanted me to be a committee woman, Democrat committee woman. You know, go as far as even as the, you know, as high as I could go in that. But I wasn't able to do that because we had my husband in a business and my children too. So, but he interested me in the voters process. And so I wasn't old enough to register when I first came to Laufman at 18. But when I was 21, my first son was born when I was 21 and 10 days old. And it was the next March, in March of 1930, when I got to Bartow. We had to come to Bartow then to register to vote. I came and registered, and then the very first opening that they had on the polls, you know, as an inspector, Mr. Fields was the chairman of that, or clerk, so he got me the job on that. Well, I worked continuously on that for a good deal over 50 years, and I only missed one vote, one time a vote serving, and that was when I was in Tallahassee with my son's wife that had had surgery.
Just once, and in 50 years you missed.
Yes,
well,
sir.
that's certainly a record.
And if she hadn't, if she had known I was missing, she wouldn't have let me stay. She'd have made me come home, but I wouldn't tell her. But anyway, because she needed me. And so then Hugh Carlin was still the supervisor of elections. He was the one that helped me out too. He came up, and we had a business then, and he asked me if I couldn't, that the Polk County was going to have the first permanent registration, and he asked me if I couldn't handle it there in my store. We had a store on 1792 by then. And I told him yes, that I could. And so, and when my customers would come in, I'd register them to vote, and I kept track of them to be sure that I got all of them. And one time I missed just one lady, and I said, well, I can't turn that report in until I get her. And I went to her house, and she was in the bathtub, and I got her out and registered her.
Got out of the bathtub and registered her.
Yeah, and registered to vote, and that was all I wanted to get. And it
Well,
was a little over 100 then at that time.
Well, that's very
in the
interesting. We're
Laufman
certainly
area.
glad you came today, and happy to have you with us.
Well, I'm just getting started now.
Well, we'll see you later.
Well, I figured we'd go with that.